Hello and welcome. And today I'm going to be joining a standard daily event. I was going through a deck list that did well in past dailies, and I found this little brew that happened to go 4-0, so I'm going to try it out. It seems, you know, it's just a mono black aggro deck, but it seems pretty sweet, and we're going to try it out. I tried mono black in the past. I've even splashed red or blue. Just haven't been too impressed with it. This one seems fine. One thing that's interesting, it has a bunch of main deck discard spells. The list I found wasn't playing Thoughtseize. It literally cost 11 ticks to build online. It was playing two main deck Duresses and Despise in the sideboard, but I switched those with Thoughtseize, and that's the only changes I've made. So it plays 4 Brain Maggots and 2 Thoughtseize main decks, a lot of hand disruption, which can be very powerful. I've beaten like Abzan aggro that way, where you just take out like the Siege Rhino or something else, or the removal spell, and you can get in. So what it does is it tries to pressure the opponent with cards like Blood-Soaked Champion, Gnarled Scarhide, Mardu Shadow Spear, and then it also has a Pain Seer to draw cards, Brain Maggot for disruption, and then we have some 3-drops that are good finishers, like Master of the Feast is a 5/5 flyer for 3. That each of your upkeeps, your opponent draws a card. Herald of Torment, which we saw a lot of play last standard, hasn't really seen any of this standard. And then also Moji's Marauders, which can give all your creatures Intimidate and Haste, mostly just for himself to get in the last points of damage. Decks I saw recently like this were cutting on the Marauders, but this one's playing 4, so I think that's definitely helped contribute to its 4-0 record. It's a very powerful card. It can take wins away from people who thought they were going to win and then lose. So it's playing 32 creatures. The only spells are the Bile Blights and the Thoughtseizes, and what else? There's 2 other spells. Oh yeah, also 2 Boon of Ereboses. It's a good combat trick. It can punch your creatures through your opponent's blockers, or save your creatures, or just give the last points of damage. Actually, beat mono red. They play the last card in hand, and like Boon of Erebos, so an unblocked creature. I lost 2 life, I still won. Then just plays 21 swamps. There's no Mutavaults anymore, unfortunately. In the sideboard, we have 2 more Duresses and a Thoughtseize, like I mentioned earlier. Another Bile Blight, 2 Freakus Cures, 2 Ultimate Prices, Boon of Erebos. I think Ultimate Price actually might be a good addition to the deck, as opposed to list before Dragons of Tarkir, because it's a cheap answer. Usually we play like Hero's Downfall in the slot, but that's 3 mana, and 2 mana is just so much better. Obviously can't hit everything, but it still seems pretty sweet. It's playing 4 Pitiless Horde, which is a interesting choice. Seems good against control decks, so it allows you to dash, get in damage, and bounce it. And also 2 Virulent Play, which is good against mono red, and obviously Jeskai tokens. So this deck's like very similar to a mono red, where you're just trying to gain lots of damage, but it can have explosive turns like with Moji's Marauders. It can not be totally destroyed by a Drown in Sorrow, because you can like Thoughtseize it or Brain Maggot it, or just have like dash creatures like Maru's Shadow Spear, and then Blood-Soaked Champion comes back. So it's a little bit more resilient. So we're going to try it out in this daily and see how we do. Alright, for our first match, we are on the draw. And our opponent mulligan is 6, and this hand doesn't have any 1-drops and only 1 land. But we have a Thoughtseize, and we have 2 draws to draw a land. If we do, it's a great curve. And like I like Thoughtseize against opponents who have already mulligan. It's very painful. So we're actually going to keep this. Oh, snap, I clicked mulligan instead. Oh well, that's reasonable. And this hand's even better. Sorry about that, it was a little misclick. So we still have Thoughtseize. Now we actually have a guaranteed turn 2 Pain Seer. The third land's not that great. But yeah, we'll see how this goes. Basic Plains, okay. Alright. I'm just going to Thoughtseize here. We could go turn 1 Blood-Soaked Champion, which most scenarios you do. But since our opponent already mulliganed... Oh, wow, so it's a Bant Heroic, looks like. So he has Become Immense, Mentor, and Hero. I'm going to take the Hero. We can kill a Mentor as soon as he plays it, and taking the Hero allows us to play 2-drop with him having no plays. So his hand's pretty weak. So I'll just take this Hero. So it's an interesting matchup. I think like it could be okay. We have a lot of hand disruption, which is really good against them. If we played turn 1 champion, we probably turn 2 Bile Blight, and then have no answer to the Mentor. So here we're going to play the Pain Seer. Say go. So we gotta watch out for that Become Immense, because if he is able to stabilize and start beating us down, that's going to be a big pain. So we played the 2 lands we know about. Let's see if he just jams Mentor. Looks like he is. I mean, if you have nothing else going on, you might as well. Oh, Seeker, okay. So I think I'm willing to trade here. Because I'd rather kill the Mentor. We could like a boon, but I don't want to get blown out by a protection spell. So we'll just play both our guys. We know 2 of the 3 cards in his hand. So I think we're in okay shape. If he doesn't have a protection spell, we're going to do really well. Another Mana Confluence. Another Seeker. So there's 3 cards in the graveyard. So there's nothing to play around, so we can definitely boon here. Oh, we even get a... Let's see. Yeah, so we're just going to attack with both. No blocks. Okay. Oh, he's blocking. Okay. Sorry, I haven't gotten there yet. So we're going to boon here. Kill a Seeker. We're going to Thoughtseize him. So all he has to become Immense, which you can cast for 1 mana now, so that's something we need to be aware of. No plays, okay. We just drew a land. So we are dealing 4 turn. We can't actually Boblight anything yet because of the Become Immense, but until if we draw like another hand disruption spell, like a Brain Maggot, so he's cycling a Defiant Strike at the end of our turn, we can get the Become Immense and then take his creature. Still no creature from our opponent, looks like. And we're just drawing lands. I'm going to play the 4th land, because if we draw, I forget any of our bestow cards, we want like the 4th or 5th mana. So we can kill our opponent in 2 turns. So I assume this is Bant Heroic, but it could be just white-green. We never saw a blue card. I really like to draw a Brain Maggot before the game's over. You could have Dramoka's Charm. We're still going to cast the Bestow, I guess, on our 1/1. Bestow our Scarhide, that is. Attack. So if this hit goes through, then both of our creatures are lethal. Alright, so our opponent got a little unlucky, but we do have a really good hand for him. Drawing both of our Thoughtseize was pretty good. Okay, let's go to sideboarding. In this matchup, we want the hand disruption spells, and we want the spot removal. I don't think we want Boon. Like, it's an okay combat trick, but it just gets blown out by his combat tricks. It applies Dramoka's Charm, so I don't want these Master the Feasts. That makes Brain Maggot worse. Like, I just don't want that in play, them draw a card, then, like, getting, like, a 3-for-1 off of us. Whereas Herald of Torment can, like, be surprise damage. We want these alternate prices, and I think we want this Bile Blight because of Monastery Mentor, like, cut off the tokens. Alright, I mean, Boon of Erebos isn't that bad, but I don't know what else we would cut. Like, having all the 1-drops in this matchup, the spot removal's good. The enchantments are kind of weak and are definitely a liability, but I can't cut all of them. No, I guess I could 3 for 5 and just place on the Pitiless Hordes. But I like having Brain Maggot. But I'm like guaranteed, he's guaranteed to have Dramoka's Command. So let's just try cutting all these. putting all of our enchantments. Oh, we still have Scarhide. Ugh. So we can't actually do that. Let's just put these hordes in. Or let's put one horde in and put these boons in. No, I don't really like those still. I'll just try all these pitiless hordes. See how that does. So we're on the draw again. This hand's fine. Has a really good curve. And our opponent starts with the tap line, which is good for us. We like the advantages of playing a monocolored aggro deck because you have no tap lands. Even a Tarka Red usually plays like one Temple of Abandon. So we gotta go Scarhide into Painseer into Horde probably. Or if he has like some blockers, we could do Marauders, but I kind of want to save that till later. Oh. We can't even tack into that just because if he has like Defiant Strike, we get blown out. So we're just gonna play our Painseer. But now that we have double Marauders, we could just like jam Marauders. I think it's right to play Pitiless Horde though first. But if we do Marauders this turn, we get to untap the Painseer and get inspired. And he has 2 blockers. Alright, we're just going to play the Horde. Let's see. Play the Horde. Next turn, we play Scarhide and this. Hit him for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, so 4, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And then the second Marauders is lethal. We can always just dash this in. It's like, how much do I want this card? He has 4 cards in hand. Could have Dromoka's Command. I'm just going to play. I think I'm just going to play the Pitiless Horde. And not attack. I kind of want Marauders on a turn where he's tapped out. I mean, how, even though it's pretty unlikely, at least of 2 mana. No reason to attack. Let's say go. No end of turn commands. That's good. So he has 4 lands. We're going to take 2. So we'll play this. And play Marauders. I wonder what's in his hand. Is it just protection spells and he just doesn't want to blow them yet? That could be reasonable. Attack with everything. Dromoka's Command is definitely an option. Nope, not even that. Okay. So much as just have like cheap protection spells or just literally nothing. Because if he had creatures, he would have played them. Just no land, so it seems a little flooded. Maybe it's like a Become Immense. Ooh, that's pretty good. So he's Naya? Okay. Okay. So unless he has another one of those, or even if he has another one, we still have the Pitiless Horde and the Mojus Marauders attacking. So we're going to take 2, go to 16, and we draw a Painseer. We actually get to play Painseer and Marauders. This should be game. So like against Mono Red, Scouting Stance is just insane. Unless they have a Target's Command, it just kills everything they have, basically. But against us, it only killed 2 Gnarled Scarhides, and we still had a good board. Alright, well, we won our first match against, it looks like, ended up being Naya Heroic. And that's a good start to the daily. Welcome back for round 2. We're on the draw again. Oh, we can keep this. We have a 1 drop, 2 drop, 3 drop. Definitely good. Including a Brain Maggot, so hopefully it's a type of matchup where Brain Maggot's good. It's mostly good in the mid-range matchups. Against control, they just kill it immediately, probably, or whenever they need to. Against mid-range, it can be harder for them, so it's good there. Let's see what our opponent is up to. So that's actually pretty sweet. Having 3 lands is good. It means we're not going to be struggling to find a land and play Master of the Feast. And we just have enough creatures to get an early start. Our opponent is taking their time. Let's see what they're doing. They're definitely probably double queuing, going a little slow. It's taking him almost 2 minutes to decide to mulligan and go to his first main phase. Alright, Windswept Heath. So that could be several things. Maybe Abzan, maybe Bant Heroic again, maybe Green-White Collective Company. Alright, the fourth line is actually pretty bad, but we're just going to lead off with a Bloodsoaked Champion. It can attack into the most stuff, and it's also resilient. It's removal. So our opponent's fetching in a turn, so we can assume he probably has enough lands in his hand. So second Windswept Heath, Fleeceman Line. So kind of a green-white deck. We're going to find out here real quick what's going on. It's kind of awkward though. Like we have these disruptive hand spells, and then we also have Mash of the Feast, so the opponent can draw more cards. Ooh. Okay. Well. Anafenza is good. I guess we just take the Downfall. Because if you take Anafenza, he just plays an Anafenza, so might as well just take the Downfall. Fairly good start from our opponents. Next turn we can play Master, and hopefully he can't attack into it. He'll draw a card, and then we'll get to play Brain Maggot. We obviously can't attack this turn. So this is probably going to be a close game. He only has basically one spell left in his hand. Because the second Anafenza doesn't do anything, and there's a good chance we're not going to be able to kill it. So I assume we're going to get attacked here. So there's the caves. Yep. So go to 17. I'd be very surprised if Anafenza didn't come back. Ooh, Bloodsoaked Champion's actually pretty bad against Anafenza because it gets exiled. Okay. There's that. Fifth land is not good. So just play Master, say go. Just kind of on the back foot. I've been playing with this deck for a little bit, and I haven't really won that many dice rolls. I seem to be on the draw more often than the play, and it's not where you want to be, really. Oh, yeah, the Abzan Charm. So we're taking 8, going to 9. Okay, Forest. Mojus Marauders does give us a chance. Let's look at his hand. Guess we'll take the other Anafenza, his Mana Confluence. We're going to attack here for 5. We have the Chump Block. This Brain Maggot is pretty useless. Next turn we get to attack for 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. He didn't play Mana Confluence, so yeah, so we'll block the 5/5. Okay, Monstrous, that's fine by me. Alright, so that was a good draw. So that means we get to leave this Shadow Spear back on defense to play this Scarhide. Actually, is this lethal? 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're too short, but let's see. Do I want to leave 2 things back to block? I don't think I do. Just cast our guys. Gives him a turn to draw something. I wish I could leave like this back to block, but the Brain Maggots, I can't give him back the Hero's Downfall because that just means we can't win. Oh yeah, so the Neo has the Anafenza, that's the other card. So there's Anafenza Mana Confluence. Like, where'd the other card come from? So 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it goes to 4. This automatically puts him at 3 if he like leaves these back to block. I guess he can attack with both and then play the other Anafenza. Actually, taking a damage is pretty bad here. I don't know if you can afford to do that. Let's see. They don't have that much removal actually kills Shadow. This guy, Shadow Spear. Like Abzan Charm doesn't do it. Hero's Downfall does, but we already took 1 and they usually only play like 3. Oh, no way! Just the concede. Okay, well, we got a little flooded, but we drew the spells that we needed. Oh, I mean, that was crazy. Alright, I'm pretty stoked about that win. Let's go to sideboarding. I think I want the boon, because he's going to bring removal. I think I want the Thoughtseize. All these removals not that, also removals not that good. Ultimate Price obviously is terrible. It doesn't really kill anything besides maybe like a Wingmate Rock. We could bring in Duresses. That might be better than Brain Maggots, because he probably has Drown in Sorrows. So we'll try that. Just bring in this, like, take out the Maggots, bring in the other Hand Disruption. Boon of Erebos is obviously good. We might want the Bile Blight. Take out like a Shadow Spear and add the Bile Blight in. Because like it doesn't kill everything, but it does kill all his turn 2 plays. So that might be good. Obviously, it's going to be better on the play if it goes to a game 3. Be on the draw is definitely not where we want to be. But we'll see how it goes. So this is our hand for game 2, and it's fine. We have a couple 1-drops, Thoughtseize and Bile Blight. Also match the feast. We can keep this. So I'm going to lead off with a 1-drop. Because we do Thoughtseize, but he doesn't have that many 2-drops, and we can just Bile Blight whatever 2-drop he plays. Or go 1-drop into 1-drop Thoughtseize, which is always good. And he might just have 2 tap lands. He did put a card on the bottom with this Scry. So I might be looking for something, it might be just an extra land. Alright, so we drew our 3rd mana. I'm going to play the Scarhide. Because we can attack that into like a Death Dealer. We can't attack the Shadow Spear into Death Dealer. And also, I like to hold my dash creatures. This has Bestow, so it's nice to hold 2. But dash is a little bit more relevant than the Bestow because it's 4 mana, with the dash is just 2 mana. Let's play a little Scarhide Buddy. Say go. So basically, Fleeceman Lion, I think I still Thoughtseize him. Because we can Bob Light in a little bit. Alright, that's a good draw. So we're going to Thoughtseize here. Yeah, so he has Drown. He doesn't have a 4th land. I could take the Anafenza and not play a guy this turn. I think I'm going to take the Drown, though. So when he draws a 4th land, it's going to be bad for us. So he does... so he has Waste, Anafenza, Rhino, and Sirach. I'm going to take the Drown. We're going to cast this guy. So his 4-drops are really good, but he doesn't have any removal right now, so... But he was like looking for land with the Scry. And we might be able to get him with this Marauders, and that's always the idea. So next we're going to play Anafenza. Play attack with the Rhino. We can attack with both, and then Bile Blight, Anafenza. I think we're going to play Master of the Feast. Well, this has to resolve first. So we'll say go, no attacks. Maybe I do want Brain Maggot. Just doesn't have that much removal. So we'll take 3. We'll see what happens if we get to a game 3. Play Master. So I can't really attack here unless he draws a removal spell. Even if he plays Surok, he can attack with Surok. I might just trade with it. So we're in okay shape. Still no attacks. Okay, so he did draw his 4th land. So I assume he just plays Siege Rhino here. Oh, he drew Abzan Charm. Okay. A land and an Abzan Charm is really good draws from our opponent. So 2 cards. So he's an attack for 7. We go to 8, or attack for 8. We go to 7. I think we're dead. We don't really have a way to get around these creatures now, and we don't have a fast enough clock like we did last game. Some cards of this deck's not playing the sideboard. Yeah, we're just gonna concede. We got nothing. He has a Siege Rhino, has Surok. Is Dark Betrayal and Self-Inflicted Wound. And both those are great options against Abzan aggro. So we're on the play. Maybe I just cut the stuff so we don't get blown up by Abzan Charm, like the bigger threats, and just put back in the Brain Maggots. Cut this, put the other 1-drop in. This obviously makes us worse against Drown, but we could play around that. Maybe just like play 2 creatures, and now we have the Brain Maggot, so we can try to like get it. Obviously, you can like kill our Brain Maggot, get it back, but that means he has to use 2 removal spells. We'll see how this works. But we get to play first for the first time in the match. This is 1 lander, but we have 4 things we can do. I think we're going to keep it. Go 1-drop into Thoughtseize Duress. Hopefully we have another land. Take off his first plays. We have a Bile Blight. So being on the play is just such a difference than being on the draw. Player champion, say go. Oh, so that means he probably doesn't have any tap lands. Which is good for us. That means his hand's a little awkward. So really hoping to just draw a land here. But another Thoughtseize isn't the worst. It only has like 1 2-drop, and we just take it. And that's accurate. He only has 2 lands and no black mana. So I'm going to write this down 1 second. So he has a Forest, a Drown, Triple Rhino, and a Rock. So we're just going to take the Fleece Mane and hope to... So we can duress him and Thoughtseize him. And hopefully we just draw a couple lands and we should be in great shape. He's also really far away from casting the Drown. So depending on what land he plays next turn, I'll either play another 1-drop or another Thoughtseize Duress effect. We just need to really kill him before he hits 4 mana. That's the goal. Our opponent is taking his sweet time. And we'll attack for 2 and say go. I wonder if he'll fetch here. It lowers the probability slightly of drawing a land, but it also raises the probability of drawing a swamp, or like a black mana source, as opposed to a green or white mana source. So if he just plays the... Okay, played Mana Confluence, so... Looking for a land. Alright, perfect. So we're going to duress with a Drown. And hopefully he doesn't draw a 4th land. It's kind of always sketch to try to win off your opponent mana screw, but like this 1 Thoughtseize isn't gonna beat the triple Siege Rhino. So yeah. Interesting that he played Mana Confluence there. Just because it doesn't come to play tap, so we could slow roll it. And he's not representing anything, so it's the card he drew. Hopefully we draw our 3rd land that we can play Herald of Torment. And that should be able to like put a good amount of pressure on him. Okay, so there's a forest, so no tap land at least. Maybe Anafenza. Okay, Fleeceman Lion. So we can Bioblight that, which so it's not the end of the world. And it does put our opponent to 11. Guess we could take away a Siege Rhino here. Just be more like mana efficient. Puts our opponent to 11. No land. We're just going to play the Herald. It's weaker if he has drew like an Abzan Charm. But I think if he drew Abzan Charm, he should just draw 2. Because his best route to victory at this point is to draw into a 4th land. It did not. And a Fenza, okay. We lose a life. So now that we can attack with everything, he actually can't cast Siege Rhino because he goes to 1. And he also can't cast a Drown, so we can safely play other guys. He should have actually blocked the Bloodstoke Champion just because the Anafenza gets rid of it forever. So yeah, he's super dead. We got a little lucky there in game 3, but sometimes that's what you need. We're not the one. Our opponent kept a 2-lander with no black mana, so like that's probably also risky on his part. So we should have this game locked up. I can't think of anything that would save our opponent. He can't cast any black spell he draws, and lands don't do anything either. And another like Fleeceman line doesn't do anything. All right, there we go. That's so we're 2-0 with our deck. You can definitely see how this deck went 4-0 in a daily. It's pretty sweet. Can definitely get wins. All right, hopefully we can continue winning round 3. Back for round 3, and we're on the draw again. Our opponent Mulligan. We can keep this. We have a 1-drop and a 2-drop and a couple 3-drops and a removal spell. Kind of wish there was only one match to the feast and maybe another 1-drop. But when we draw our 3rd land, they're gonna be good. So let's get there. And because our opponent Mulligan and we have a Bioblight, there's a better chance that we get to untap with our Pains here after we attack with it. So remember this card got like spoiled. There was a lot of hype around it. It's like, oh, it's like Dark Confident. Just not quite. Never really saw its day. So Dismal Backwater looks like blue-black control. Alright, Bloodstoke Champion's really good against them, I assume. So if you have 2 blue, I wonder if I want to play into Solnger's Scorn, but he doesn't, so don't have to worry about it. I feel like this should be an okay matchup for us. We have a lot of hand disruption, especially post-board. Ooh, Boon of Erebos is going to be pretty sweet. Probably just going to keep that up for a while. So, kind of hoping to draw another 1-drop, maybe a dash creature would be sweet. So, we'll attack first. And then we'll play our Gnarled Scarhide. We could actually wait till we can bestow it. But I think I'll find jamming it here. If our opponent has a counterspell, that's fine. He obviously didn't have a removal spell. At least when he wanted to use at that point, which we can't imagine why he wouldn't. Alright, so he just took 2 damage for no reason. Yeah, I don't know why you'd slow removal in that scenario. No 4th land, okay. So we're not going to play into his counterspells. No 4th land for us. I mean, I guess we'll see. I kind of want to wait. I want to resolve these Master of the Feast. And we're dealing 4 turn, and we have Boon of Erebos to protect one of our guys. Alright. I guess he just really wants to counter our spells. Go for it. Attack for 2. Yeah, he's not making land drops. I'm not going to play anything. Because, like, one way you can get out of this is, like, we play our spells into his counter spells. Foul Tongue he revealed. That's annoying. So he has an Ojutai. It's pretty good here. So I guess we're going to have to start playing our creatures now. Double Bile Blight's not really good. I guess we can wait till next turn, but if he draws like a land to play Ojutai, but I think like since we have a second master, it's worth just jamming it. We could just play Mojo's Marauders there, but that might actually get the last point of damage in, so. So here's an Ojutai, he only has 2 cards in his hand. So we're just going to play our master now. So it's kind of a shame we drew 2 of our 3 Bile Blights. They're like pretty dead in this matchup. Obviously we like double Bile Blight Ojutai when we have the mana and when he attacks. Destroy all non-dragons. I'm going to regenerate. If we draw a land, we can attack him for 9. But I think we're just going to kill Ojutai here. He gets to look at 3 and draw a card. We put him to 7. And make him like have to answer our master, which we probably can. But if we just jam Mojo's Marauders, we hit him for 7 out of 5. Yeah, I think it's worth it to kill Ojutai here. Now that we have the opportunity to. Because it's going to be hard for us to do that later. So one face like 3 spells. Maybe like he's tanking pretty hard on this. Alright, well he played a land, so he may have picked that. And let's see what he did with it. Put a card on bottom. And he draws a card. We could just play like a dash Shadow Spear, he takes 7 to get back Bloodsoaked Champion. But like our master has to be answered, so I think like he only has 3 cards in hand. I mean, you did get to pick one of them. Well, it's probably the Temple. He's at 7. I just want to try to get him as low as possible. While but then we need to get rid of that Dragon Lord, so here's a dig. Another Foul Tongue would be really good for him. So it was a pretty quick pick. So there's a good chance, like, yeah, pretty much he can't have 2 removal spells unless he has 2 ultimate prices. So, yeah. Alright, so he just plays a tap land. I'm going to actually dash the Shadow Spear. So we have a couple options. We can just play all our guys and attack for 6. We don't get back the Bloodsoaked Champion. Let's see, we have 2, 4, 5. We can't even, this won't be dash, this will just be in play. I'll give it haste. This will put him to 1. If he has a second Crux of Fate, it's really bad for us. Outside of that, we're in pretty good shape. I think I'm just going to do that. Puts him to 1. If we get on tap with the Pain Seer, we get to draw a card. Oh no. I miscounted. We only have 5 lands. So that doesn't do anything. So yeah, definitely should have dashed this guy. We would have got back the... Just got back the Bloodsoaked Champion. Definitely messed up there. Definitely miscounted. Let's go to attacks and see what happens. You letting us attack with the Shadow Spear? This may turn out okay. Just definitely a little misstep there, but alright, so he's killing that. Goes to 4 or goes to 5. Get back our friend from the graveyard. He only has 2 cards. It could be counter spells. Could be another dig here. So it looks like, definitely. So we're not in the worst shape. Another Foul Tongue's obviously really bad for us with the dragon. That was also a very quick dig through time. He can cast Ojutai and a Foul Tongue. But it's nice that the Foul Tongue just gets the blood soaked, so it's not the end of the world. I think he's already used like a bunch of Bile Blights too. He's used... Okay, so there's Crux of Fate. He has 3 mana open for counter spells. I'll just cast this guy with Dash. See what he does. Dissolve. So once again, we're 1 short of just playing the Marauders, put a card on bottom, and then getting back the Bloodsoaked Champion. But I want to play and get in for 2. And puts him at 3. This is the best time to do it now because he's tapped out. And I assume he has at least 1 other counterspell in his hand. Is this Silmagar? Ugin. Ugh. Yuck. Okay, so just plussed it. We drew a land. That's not good. Definitely, it's getting up very close. So it's up to 4, and he gets the ultimate Ugin next turn. Yeah, we're just dead. Okay, so we're going to concede this game. Ugin there is definitely good. So post board we bring in some really good cards and take out a lot of dead cards. We want this, and also the Pitiless Hordes, I think. And we don't want any of these Bile Blights. I think Herald of Torment, it's okay. It's actually, that's probably pretty good. I think about Mash the Feast, cutting those. And actually, Mojish Marauders, they're not that good either. Because he doesn't have many creatures, so they're hard to get through. But they do have haste and give your team haste, so we'll try this out. So obviously seems like a good matchup for our opponent. Just, I mean, we could have got there. It was a couple turns where we drew a little bit too many lands, and we did get our opponent to 3, so it was pretty close. And we get to play first. Like, we could have won that game maybe if we were on the play. We're gonna keep. We have a champion into either Pain Seer or Brain Maggot. And I think we might wanna hold our Herald of Torment so we can bestow it and just get the 2-for-1 out of it. Our opponent kept. I'll play a Bloodsoaked Champion. Say go. Kind of wish this was like a real discard spell. Brain Maggot is good, but just very fragile. I just want to play Pain Seer. Put a card on top. This turn and the next turn Brain Maggot. Because you did keep a card on top, so it might be like a Bile Blight or a Drown. Or Urborg, okay. Attack with both our guys. So no Bile Blight. Doesn't have a counter spell, we'll just play our Brain Maggot. If he has like 2 Drowns or something, that's pretty bad for us. Oh, let's see. Triple Foul Tongue. Okay. Let's write this down so I don't forget. Foul Tongue's not even good against us in this spot. And he can definitely have Ashiok. That's not a big deal. Guess we take the Dissolve. I mean, Triple Foul Tongue is good if he draws a Dragon. So it's in between a Foul Tongue or a Dissolve. I'm going to take the Dissolve because he already has Triple Foul Tongue. And we could just keep like rebuying our Bloodsoak Champion. And if he doesn't draw a real removal spell, we get to untap with this. We get to draw a card. So yeah, it's just a world of difference between being on the play and being on the draw with this deck. Okay. Let's play an island. Okay, just like jamming our another Bloodsoak Champion. Okay, that's fine. Most of my creatures can't block, so even if you put something through with it. Hit a Brain Maggot and a Shadow Spear. Okay. Let's see what we draw. Land. That's not bad. We could kill this. I'd rather put our opponent to 9. Like he gets back at 1/1. I don't care too much. Let's start out with a Thoughtseize. Okay, just drew a land. Go ahead and play another Bloodsoak Champion. Say go. So Island, double Foul Tongue, and a mystery card. Foul Tongue is really poor against this draw. Obviously, wants to draw a dragon, it's going to be good, but he doesn't have that yet. He gets to put in the Brain Maggot. That's fine. I assume that's what he's doing. He did -2 it. Okay. So we get to untap. Hopefully with his Pain Surge on another card. Our opponent is definitely thinking. This Pain Surge doesn't really do much. I mean, it's going to be good after he drowns or in Sorrows or whatever. So it's between the Herald and the Boon Satyr. Boon Satyr, or not Boon Satyr, Boon of Erebos. It's surprisingly weak because there's so many -X effects. There is some target removal, but there's not as much as like control decks in the past. It's good against Crux of Fatus, for sure. They tap on turn 5, you save your best guy. So our opponent took the Herald Torment, okay. So we're going to draw. Drew a land. We're going to dash in this Shadow Spear. And I guess we won't attack with the Brain Maggot. He can block our Shadow Spear, but that's fine. He's taking 7 if he does that. If he blocks like a Bloodsoak Champion, he takes the same amount. Let's see, so we can go to 2 here. He probably Foul Tongues. If he Foul Tongues, we can actually kill him. Let's see, 2. We can go for the win. If we just boon here. He only has 1 mystery card. Yeah, let's just go for it. Oh no! That is literally the worst case scenario. Oh, but at least it was a Bloodsoak Champions. So it's not the end of the world. Okay, so did draw a good removal spell. And there's the other island we knew about. So we know about the 2 Foul Tongues and a mystery card. And there's the drown. Yuck. So we just got crushed really bad. I mean, if we just waited, we wouldn't have killed him. He still would have got us with the Drown in Sorrow, so I guess it's not the end of the world. Nice to draw the dash guy, the Shadow Spear this turn, that we can get back a Bloodstock champion. Nope, I guess we just cast both our guys. If he doesn't have a 6 mana, he can't double Foul Tongue us. And then we can attack and get back our Bloodstock champions. So we know about. So he also has the Dissolve. So we know all the cards in his hand. So we have to draw a land this turn. What's under here? Shadow Spear, Horde. 2 for this Horde. Herald Torment's actually pretty good for him. Bile Blight. Oh, yuck. So we really need to draw a creature this turn. While he's tapped out. Hopefully that one's going to haste creature. Oh, so it looks like we're not going to be able to win this one. Got really close. Definitely could have not got blown out, like put him at lower life, not use the boon. But the drown was just so good against us anyways. And now we draw lands. I mean, we draw a bunch of spells, so that's reasonable. So we need to draw like Thoughtseizes into creatures. I guess you can ultimate this and might as well just cast with dash. So let's try to attack. No reveal. So that's good for us. Say go. So the ultimate's Ash Shock here. It's really bad because we lose our Bloodstock champions. Nope, just mill off the top. Probably just gonna try and mill us out. It's not a bad one. He's just like counter it. I guess we can wait a couple turns. Try to find a discard spell. I mean, he'll probably just counter it, but yeah, we'll see. If he plays a dragon here, we get to resolve this. He's okay, putting Mojo's Marauders in. I feel like he's just better off just milling us. I'm gonna play this. See if he gets countered. I don't know. Interesting. So I have a removal spell? Yeah. Still no reveal, and that's the last Foul Tongue. So it still has the Dissolve, so we're just gonna wait again. And this game's closer than I thought after that drown. Mills us again. No attack. Alright, well. So it's gonna get dissolved. Yep. Put a card on top. I'm actually just gonna cast this one. Because I'm afraid of another counter spell. So it resolved. Like him keeping a counter spell on top, that is. Any removal spell, like he would have been able to kill him next turn. So this is just. This gives a chance to draw another dash creature. Oh, he drew a dig through time? A Tassiger. He's only tapping 1 mana. Okay. Milled again. We lose 2 life. And that land's not really where we want to be at. So let's attack him. We do get both back both our blood soaks. So I guess use Tasker once. Probably just give him back a Foul Tongue. Or maybe, hopefully, like he mills a counterspell. Yeah, we'll just give him back the Dissolve. It's the least relevant here. Foul Tongue's like not the end of the world, but if he's drawing a dragon, then it's really bad for us. Also, only have 15 cards left in our deck. I assume he's going to minus us to put another thing into play. There's not much that it doesn't cause him to like lose life. Well, I guess he'll just block this here whenever, like whatever fatty he gets. You have X equals 3. Okay. Okay. If he taps low, okay, here's Ojutai. Hopefully he doesn't have a Scorn, but he probably does. Maybe we draw like a good spell. Go to 14. Okay, that's not the best. Let's tag him again. So we can either save the Pitiless Lord or try to kill his Ojutai or something. Taking 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We'll go to 1 if we like put it here. If you don't want to kill his Ojutai. He might have a Scorn. He probably does at this point. Yep. So let's just get back our guys. And we're very close to being dead. He has a counter spell, so he can just attack us like for 9, then 9. And there's not really much we can do about that. So this is close. I think we definitely had a shot at winning this, but the top deck drown was pretty insane. Goes to 8. Kind of regretting the boon play, because he might be like close. He could have gotten lower enough where this might actually be able to kill him over a couple turns. But we're just dead now. Because we attack with both. He blocks 1. He counters whatever we play, and then he attacks us for 9. It was fairly close. He puts in a creature. Another Marauders, okay. Yeah, so we can't even get there. The fact that we didn't have a play like that live right after the drown is definitely what we lost. Like, if we got back the Bloodsoak Champions like immediately after he drowned, that we would have been fine. But that never happened. So yeah, we're 2-1. Hopefully we can win our last round. Welcome back for the 4th round of our daily event, and for the 4th time we're on the draw. I feel like that really hurts the deck. It would be I feel like it's so much better to be on the play. And this hand's kind of mediocre, but I don't think we can mulligan it because we have a 1-drop, and then we have 3 drops. We have a couple of chances to hit another 1-drop or 2-drop. Our opponent kept their 7. Let's see what they're doing. Yavimaya Coast. Okay. So probably Teamer. Okay. So Mojus Marauder seems pretty good here. So does Master of the Feast, just like a Teamer deck, which I'm assuming could be Bant. Could be a lot of things. Ugh. That's really good against us. So maybe Sultai. Let's see what he's looking at. Alright, so it looks like a brew, some kind of dredge deck. He took the tap land. He played it. So we got no plays. I'm just going to attack into his Wayfinder and make him lose a life and save our guy. But nothing else going on. If we had like a 2-drop or something, I wouldn't have done that. But now we can just hopefully just slam Masters of the Feast till he's dead. So 5 color. Hornet's Nest. Okay. Glad I... Good thing about these Masters of the Feast. We attack for 1. Excuse me. Getting for 1 damage. The bid thing gets a B. Not really where I want to be at. B. Urborg. Okay. Alright, this is something. We're playing at something here. Perforos. Okay, it's a Perforos deck. Maybe it's like a Rally of the Ancestors. So they get a card. So I think we're just going to play another Master here. This puts him to 13, then we kill him next turn. Hopefully he doesn't have... Well, even if he has... what's it called? I can't remember. There's the Strive card that makes like your guys fight other guys. That'd be pretty bad. Elspeth would also be really bad for us. Alright, we played a tap land, so no Elspeth. Next... Ooh, that's bad. That's a black creature. So we take 2. He gets to draw 2 cards. Alright, let's see what we can do about this. Excuse me. So giving them fear doesn't do anything. If we play this, he blocks 1, takes 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so we just gotta attack with both. And I assume he's gonna block. We'll just play our little guys. I'm gonna keep a mana open just so I can use Boon. So now he has 6 cards. Elspeth's definitely like the... It's not the worst anymore just because we gotta save our guy, then he's dead. Because that will be his turn. If you can make 8 tokens somehow, like Hornet Queen doesn't do it. Secure the Waste won't do it. Tap land, okay. If he has 2 of the tap your creature's fights, that would do it. Alright, well that's pretty good. Now we get to play this and keep up Boon. So hopefully he's dead. I mean, we could be dead. I mean, yeah. Not dead, but like we could not win this turn. And our opponent just has drawn a ton of cards off our Masters. He definitely has some kind of instance. But hopefully this Marauders is good enough. Even if he deals with our 2 Masters, he's still taking 8 from all our 2/2s, our 2 damage guys. And then we have this. Well, our opponent's thinking, so he has something. I'm thinking he has Secure the Wastes. Or the Strive Fight card. He might not even have that. He might just have Secure the Wastes. We'll see. He's definitely thinking. Hopefully this is like a... I'm thinking because I can't do anything, I'm just dead, but I'm trying to figure out how not to be dead. Not I have so many ways to deal with this. I don't want to... I don't know how... Court of Calling, does that do anything? Rally the Ancestors for 4? Is that enough? We take a bunch. We take... Oh yeah, just 4 triggers. So he only has 2 blockers. He blocks the 5/5s. Yeah, he's dead. Okay. So he's a Rally the Ancestors deck. Okay. It just... Okay. Just happens to have Hornet Nests. Just... let's look at the... So that's what we put in the graveyard. Let's see what it reveals with the Satyr. Okay. Holy moly. Okay. We take 8. And our opponent should be dead. can't. He only can block the 5/5s. And that's 2, 4, 6, 7, and 8. So 2, 4, 6, 7 coming through, so we don't have to play Boon. We don't have to show him that. Oh, we already showed him it. Okay. So definitely want to bring in all our discard spells, the spot removals, like not... I will bring the Bile Blight. Our opponent says Xaxes LOL, so yeah. Alright, let's go sideboarding. So this matchup, we want all the hand disruption. The Boon doesn't seem that good. I'll take those out. Just Marauders seem good. Maybe take out the Shadow Spears just because he has Satyr Wayfinders. Excuse me. Bringing Pin to this Horde seemed kind of slow. Probably don't need it. I think we want the Bile Blights. So you can cut 2 cards and cut 2 Shadow Spears. That seems fine. We'll smith this. See how it goes. So it's definitely a brew. Seems pretty sweet. He is 2-1 with it. It's definitely... I've been looking into like playing Rally of the Ancestors. Definitely powerful effects. When you get like Grey Merchants and Moji's Marauders, it definitely can kill someone through a rally. And Gurmag Drowner seems pretty interesting. It's a really good, good way to enable stuff. You can sacrifice Wayfinders. We're gonna mulligan. This is just not enough action. This is enough. We just need to draw a couple lands, but we should be fine. Player 1 drop. Wayfinder here would be really annoying. Let's max out the graveyards to see what our opponent's doing. We might not have it because he does have a lot of tap lands. I think he played like 5 or 6. Okay, well there's a coast. There's a Wayfinder. And he got nothing. Got 2 rhinos in the yard, so that's going to be good later. Thoughtseize him. No lands yet, but okay, so he has no action. We're going to take the rally. He can play the... Excuse me. We could take the Caryatid. I'm going to do that, because if we should have a couple turns to draw some, like... He can't really rally for less than, like, 3. Even though like, that's not good. He really needs to do it for 6. So hopefully by then we can draw land for this Brain Maggot. So we're going to leave the rally, take the Caryatid. So he has a Post, a Foothills, and an Urborg. And no attacks, just say go. So I think we're in great shape if we can draw a land. I think our first order business is we'll play the Seer, and then we'll like take the rally. Nope. We're just gonna pass. Still think this is a better keep than the 5-land hand that just has like literally nothing going on. Alright, so we drew a forest. Does he have a Siege Rhino now? No Perforos. Okay, that's not that big a deal. Okay, so we can't rally for 4 next turn, so we're already just going to play the Pain Seer. Plays the Urborg. Bloodsoak Champions, fine, it's whatever. He probably blocks just to put more stuff in his graveyard. Nope, okay. Well, let's play Brain Maggot. Oh no! Reclamation Sage? Ugh. That's really good for him to draw. Oh jeez. So it makes you like, I really wish we had that rally. taking that rally earlier. It's definitely like the riskier play to take Caryatid. Safer to take rally. Rally doesn't even kill us here, so I think we're just going to take the Reclamation Sage. And just try to get through this. This is the foothills. So we can rally for 4, but that doesn't kill us or anything, or even, like, it just, he gains a bunch of life and gets a Hornet's Nest. We take actually 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We take a 16. Ugh. So we go to 2. We go to 1. Alright, well, let's dress that out of his hand. Like, make him play it. I think as a Perforos play, yeah, we're just super dead. Alright, so let's learn my lesson. It's too greedy to take the Caryatid. Well, actually, we're just dead. 5, 10, 34, 15, 16. I think we're just dead. Alright, next game, we're going to be on the play, and we're not going to leave the rally in his hand. I thought we had more time, and he drew Reclamation Stage, which is really good against us. Do you want to do something differently because of that? We could switch it up and put Pitiless Hordes in. Doesn't seem necessary. We could just cut out, like, all these and just put in, like, just go more aggressive. That means makes his Reclamation Stage a little bit worse. Keep the... We'll try Hordes. See if this is better. So we get to go first now. And 5 lands again. Alright, this is definitely reasonable. We have a Resilient Threat, we have a Duress. And Boblight's okay. We are going to Duress here. We could wait, I don't think it's worth waiting. Let's do it. Oh, snap. He had nothing. And I went through that really fast. He has like 2 lands. Foothills. So we had a Sidisi, Stance Up Citadel, Perforos, Winds Up Teeth, Siege Rhino. Okay. So at least we have a Bioblight for Sidisi. Do you have anything in place? So you have Sidisi, Citadel, Perforos, Heath. And you just drew that. Okay. And gets a Nomad Outpost. So this isn't looking that good for us. See if he blocks. We could return it, but I think it's better to play Horde. If we draw a land, we can cast it next turn, and then Bioblight the Sidisi if that comes down. If it's a Siege Rhino, we can yeah, get through it. So we lose 2. So that's what we played. Alright, so holding Boblight's better against Sidisi. He had 2 of them. He also had Siege Rhino. I think he's going to go for Sidisi, so I'm just going to hold a Bioblight. He's at 11. The Rhino's going to come down at some point and gain him some life. But we can, we'll Boon of Erebos through it. Okay. So we're going pretty low. So black. He doesn't actually have blue mana. That was a mistake. I should have realized that. So we have to boon here. I think. See, did he have blue mana? No, I think we'll just get back our blood soaked and cross our fingers that he doesn't have anything. Even if he does, we can just Bile Blight it. Okay, there's a tap blue mana, so... Alright. If we draw an untapped land, it'd be great here. We can kill this, then kill the CDC. Nope. So we'll attack for this. Ancient blocks, okay. So kill the CDC. Attack for 9. He's getting pretty close to rally if he's drawn that. Duress here would be great, or a Thoughtseize. So let's go ahead and kill this. He didn't mill, he still doesn't mill a rally, so he probably has one in his hand. Alright, so that means we can play Pain Seer and keep up Bile Blight if we're not just dead. So cross our fingers. So he has a land. We didn't know about that one. So he still has a DC, a Perforos. Alright. Whew. Okay, I think we got it. Let's go ahead and Bile Blight again. So we still have two things. He still has a Perforos in his hands. That's one of the cards. And we've seen everything else. Wait, yeah, we've seen the Wood Foothills. So he has 2 answers for 3 mana, 2 green and a white, so I don't think he has it. And hopefully this is it. This game is really close. Like, he obviously wasn't pressuring us, but like, we're losing life from Pitiless Horde, and if you just... Oh, and then we drew this. Okay, that was a good draw. Alright, woo! Alright, so we won our match. We went 3-1. Play against some real decks, play against this nice little homebrew. It's pretty sweet. And yeah, so this deck has some power to it. I definitely dismissed it before, but maybe it's not that bad after all. Alright, so we went 3-1. It's definitely a respectable result. And thank you guys for watching. I hope to see you next time.